How would you describe queer hookup culture at Colgate?
Oh, it doesn't exist.
Queer hookup culture?
I honestly don't know.
Honestly, I have
No idea.
I
Would not know. I don't think I know much about it. I genuinely
have no experience with it.
queer hookup culture at Colgate. I don't really
have a lot of contact with it.
I don't really see it a lot, to be honest.
I haven't really seen any of it.
It's not something that's really talked about by a lot of people here on campus.
Unless you're sort of part of it.
I would describe queer hookup culture as
Limited.
Underrepresented.
Not very prominent.
Brushed to the side.
Closeted.
Under the radar.
On the DL.
A little bit more sneaky. Non-existent.
non-existent.
Pretty non-existent, probably.
Fairly prevalent.
I'd say it's pretty popular.
I just hear a lot about it.
It obviously happens.
Definitely present. I know it is here.
It definitely exists. Very small community. There's what, 20 queer people? I literally have one friend who's gay. Everybody hooks up with everybody.
Friends hooking up with friends.
You run into the same people over and over again.
Everyone knows everyone, and then they have sex with everyone.
Either nothing's happening or something's happening, but you feel kind of guilty about it because they've probably hooked up with somebody for friends.
I imagine it's likely more difficult
To find someone.
There are not many outlets at all for people to meet each other. It's really hard to like meet people at parties.
You don't really see queer people hooking up at like frats or
jug or something like that.
Less eager to do so.
in public.
Everybody stares at you.
Almost like showcase, I would say.
In short, it sucks.
Do you think queer hookup culture differs from straight hookup culture in regard to gender norms?
Yeah, I would say definitely.
Yes, 100%.
Probably.
I guess maybe kind of.
I would say yes.
I'm sure they don't function on the same principles.
I think it does differ.
The standards and the norms that they follow.
On this campus, yes.
Why?
Because people are shitty. Like I explain.
That's a great question. I don't know if gender norms would play as big of a role. I imagine that it's gotta be a lot different. Like heterosexual hookups, like
The guy usually makes the first move.
The guy definitely gets more pleasure than the girl.
In queer hookup culture, I think it's like important for both sides to have been satisfied. It's more equal.
a little more fluidity.
Probably more balanced.
A lot more open, especially about consent.
I feel like it would be similar. It's probably a lot more similar than people would think it is. Gender and sexual orientation is like so much more complicated.
You still see some form of gender holding a role.
Definitely gender norms are at play.
Kind of like all hookup cultures.
The way that the patriarchy cultivates the situation.
Even like with queer people, like it can get like
Really heteronormative.
Whether someone's more like masculine, feminine presenting.
People try to fit like relationships into a box and like who wears the pins and stuff like that.
I feel like it's just up to the individuals, you know, it's just always about the person, whatever the moment.
There's like a specific person who like chooses to define themselves as like having a specific role, but
Cool, thank you.
It seems like there are about 2 or 3 queer students that know everything and know who is queer and who is hooking up with who. And if you're not one of them, then you're just in the abyss.
What would you say to straight people who say that all queer people on this campus hook up with their friends?
I mean, you're not wrong, but it shouldn't be that way.